You're probably wondering how I wound up like this. Well, it's currently 8:24 a.m. I am somewhere in north central Maryland on my way to Pennsylvania. And yes, I know, surprise, surprise, I'm picking up another game. This is one that there's a crazy story behind this. This game is near the top of my wanted list and was reinvigorated for me. It's a very, very uncommon game. I have a buddy who owns one. I play it every year. He's got a party that I go to every summer. And by the way, I beat Dell's Arcade high score this year. Very proud of myself. Anyway, super uncommon game. And I saw this cabinet for sale like a year ago. It had been converted. It wasn't in the best shape, but this is an uncommon cabinet. And so, but the seller wanted way too much for it, for the condition that it was in and what it came with, whatever. And I never really pursued it. I didn't make an offer, whatever. Lo and behold, a viewer of this channel, who is also a member of the KLOV forums, I guess he was able to get it for a better price than what the seller was originally asking for. This is a game that he really likes, that he used to own. But, I guess the cabinet, again, was not in as good condition as he was hoping. And, oh, by the way, turns out he used to own this game before. He sold it to someone else. He's actually getting that game back, and so he doesn't need two. So I'm getting it. And I'm getting it for free. He listed it on Facebook Marketplace for free, and through a series of events. And I want to say a huge thank you to Liam from Retrobotics. He saw it first, had reached out to the seller and was first in line, and then remembered that I really wanted it. And I didn't tell him, to give it to me or give me his spot in line. I just, posted in the Discord, hey, I found this. I'm going to go after it. And he's like, well, I already reached out, but I do, he's like, I know how much you want it. And so Liam is awesome. He's also got his hands full with projects right now, like we all do. Anyway, he explained things to the seller. Seller was really cool with it. This guy, Scott, awesome dude. I've been talking to him a bit. So I'm heading up there, going to get this game. We'll dig into it, see what's going on. The only thing is, again, the cabinet's mostly empty. It does have the original monitor. The seller was planning on using this monitor in another game and another project. And so he's like, hey, just, bring me another monitor. We'll trade monitors and take the cabinet. So I spent the night last night getting a monitor ready. I went through a bunch of them. I wanted to find one that wasn't too burnt, whatever. Looked at a bunch and, was looking at 4600s, and, I wanted something that had been, rebuilt and whatnot. We settled on a G07. And lo and behold, I was going through my monitors and showing him, what the screen burn looked like. He's going to use this in a Commando, so I had a monitor, a G07 tube with Commando burn. I had another G07 tube that had been rebuilt by Mike Baer. That chassis I'd gotten from Warren Maiden in Ohio, I think last year. Anyway, I'll show you a picture here what that monitor looks like with the burn, and got it all working, dialed in. We're good to go. That's strapped into the back here. So yeah, heading to Pennsylvania, gonna meet up with Scott, pick up this awesome cabinet, trade monitors, and bring it home. So let's go!
Overtime!
All right, guys, here it is. We got the cabinet loaded on the truck. It's not technically a cabaret, but I can close the tailgate, and that counts as a cabaret in my book. And I'm here with the man of the hour, Scott, and he's got some cool stuff in his garage here. Scott, what's this blue thing, this black and blue thing? I've never seen one of these before.
That's an Atari Destroyer. It's an old black and white from '77.
Destroyer.
And it's similar to a depth charge,
You got right there.
which I have right there. Yeah, this one came all the way from California. It's just an old black and white.
Very unique controls.
It's got the owl eye coin door.
Yeah. That's a beauty. Like I said, I was like, what is this? I've never seen one of these. Of course, we got the shelving unit full of monitors like we all have, and a Robotron, and a Tapper, Paperboy, clowns, and an Anteater. I love Anteater. But yeah, man, Scott, I can't thank you enough. I am so thrilled with the game that's on my truck right now. We got a little monitor here with Commando Burn for you. But this was awesome. Scott, thank you so much. I appreciate it, dude.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, let's get back on the road. All right, guys, we're home, we're safe, we dodged most of the rain, and I could not be happier. The only thing that would make me happier is if it wasn't super hot and humid here in the garage, because I am sweating, but let's get this thing open and take a look at what's going on. So, astute observers, people who really know their arcade games, would have figured out what this is based on the thumbnail. This game has a very distinct shape. The cabinet has a very distinct shape. This is the, I guess technically third cabinet I've owned from this manufacturer. Their most famous game is featured on the t-shirt that I'm wearing right now, which you wouldn't know unless you saw the back. But get all this shrink wrap off. You know, everyone always says, oh, Charlie, you wrap your games too much, you strap them down too much, and you might be right, but I don't want these games getting destroyed by rain. And as you saw from the driving video, or the portion of the video when we were driving, we had some rain threatening, and only a little bit got us, but a little bit can do a lot of damage. So stretch wrap is cheap. Ratchet straps are cheap. And these games, yeah. You could say these games are cheap, but they're not. They're hard to find. Again, I got this one for free. Insane deal, by the way. Absolutely insane deal. But you're not going to find another free Reactor cabinet anytime soon. So we will get all of this out of the way. Whoops. Oh yeah, it's on it's on wheels. Okay. Let's see. Come on. Is that almost it? Something's caught. There we go. Okay. How are we looking? Are we looking okay? We get a look at what's going on here. Okay, let's come in here for a closer look. And yeah, this is an orange cabinet. Now, the third orange cabinet in my possession, the fourth that I've owned. All the other ones have been Nintendo. This is the first non-Nintendo orange cabinet I've owned. And yeah, very typical with this manufacturer. It is like an MDF cabinet, very similar to like Taito. And you can see it's seen some water. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna sand this down to the wood, and then we're gonna put laminate on it. We'll get some orange laminate. But the cabinet, the bones aren't bad at all. Coming over here, very distinct sort of cabinet shape. This angle and how the marquee goes in. Again, we'll sand that down. We'll just paint that black. I do have the marquee and speaker grill here. Forgot to grab the The bezel, which is just like, it's a little more, it's glass, partially tinted. I'll grab it next time I'm up at Scott's, in Scott's area. Obviously, this has been converted. It's actually been converted at least 2 times. Most recently as a Street Fighter 2 with these, what do you call these? These are not ball top. They're like weird bat top. I think the bullet top maybe. And this is what gave it away when I saw the listing for this cabinet for free. The way that I knew that it was the same as the one I had seen before, the button combination over here. I could see from the angle it was red, white, blue for kick and yellow, white, white for punch. And that was sort of the fingerprint that gave it away. So we'll come down here, check out the coin door. I don't think we have the lock for the upper one. The lower coin door is open. We can see at some point this was operated by a Matthews Amusements in Cambridge, Maryland, which makes sense based on where it was found. We have a broken key. That's all we have in the coin bucket, and nothing else in there. No coin counter, at least not there. And we do have a lock bar here, but there's no matching sort of spot to it, so I'm not sure how that lock bar really did its job. But coming up, I think there was another CPO underneath here. We can take a look at inside, and this should look familiar to some people who have watched my channel for a while. Looks similar to another cabinet, both the back vent and the wiring and the power switch and these brackets on the back that aren't for the back door. It's weird that this cabinet, this manufacturer did their own thing. Yeah, coming around to the other side, basically the same situation. No big deal. We will just put some laminate on this sucker, and we'll have it looking good as new in no time. Artwork is reproduced for this cabinet, and that's not going to be a big problem. And it's really just a marquee, a CPO, and side art, so not too bad. Again, maybe you recognize the back vent. Got banged in a little bit. We'll just straighten that out. And our back door, again, looks so similar to another cabinet that we've restored before. And we've got another one in the queue just like it. So this will join its sibling. And we'll open up the back door here and see what we've got. So we do have our transformer assembly. That's great. We've got a switching power supply. My plan for this is to set it up as a J-Rock, at least temporarily, unless and until I can find a working original board set. But those things go for like over $1,000. The last one I saw was like 1,200 bucks. Again, the transformer assembly should look very familiar. And, ooh, a little musty in here. It's not too bad though. So originally the board set would have been mounted on the door and would not have had a switching power supply, but we'll get that all figured out. And then coming over here, I can show you the monitor that we got. And that's it right here. And now, guys, this should be obvious what this is. So it says Gottlieb, and you can see a very distinct burn pattern down here. This is, voila, Reactor. Guys, this game, Reactor by Gottlieb, if you don't know about Reactor, you are missing out. This was, up until Wednesday, I'm not filming this on Sunday, up until Wednesday, this was the #2 most wanted game on my VAPS wanted games list. The only thing higher is a Spy Hunter sit-down, which I will find one day. Reactor is such an awesome game. If I can use the burn to demonstrate, basically you are playing inside of a nuclear power reactor. There is the core in the middle. People don't think you can touch that. You can touch that. What you can't touch are the walls. They call them the kill walls. Basically, you're a particle and there's enemy particles and you're trying to bang the enemy particles into the walls, and that's how you clear them out. And there's a lot more to it. There's a lot of strategy. It's actually a subtly complicated game. Very, very, very excited to have a Reactor cabinet. I do have the marquee and speaker grill, kind of in rough shape. So it has a Street Fighter 2 And this is like a Spy City or something marquee underneath it. I think what they did was originally, the way this marquee works, there's a plexi insert that goes here, and then the CPO goes over the top. I think they ripped that off and applied a plexi marquee for the city, Spy City or whatever it is, and then the Street Fighter 2 marquee over it. We do have a speaker right there. I think originally it had 2 speakers, but yeah, we'll figure this out. And there goes my Diet Coke spilling all over the floor. No problem. I got it before most of it spilled. But yeah, marquee and speaker grill. And we have our monitor here. And we'll get it sorted out. So 4900, I'm very familiar working with those. And here is our cabinet. Once again, and guys, there's another thing too. So I am sweating. This cabinet, Reactor, is a trackball game. Pretty simple control scheme. There's a trackball and 2 buttons. One button deploys decoys to attract the enemy particles if you want to lure them into a certain position. And the other button is an energy button. It basically makes the enemy particles bounce off of you harder. But the trackball it uses is a 2 1/4 inch Wicco trackball, the Wicco style, not the Atari style. And I was looking on eBay and looking elsewhere to see if I can find one. And you know, a lot of them are rough. They're missing the opto boards. They're just trashed or whatever. And then I just so happened to be digging through my parts hoard, and lo and behold, what did I find? A 2 1/4 inch Wicco trackball. Now, obviously, this thing is filthy. The ball's going to need to be replaced. It's going to have to be cleaned really aggressively. But the wiring harness is intact. I looked inside. The opto boards are in there. They're in good shape. The rollers are going to have to be replaced, but that's all normal. The enclosure is not cracked, which is often a huge problem. You see it says Wicco Corporation, made in USA, patent pending. I hope they got it one day. But yeah, this will go right here in the center of the board. And there's sets of 2 buttons left and right. Because you can also do like either, I think it's a 3-life game or a 7-life game or 5-life game. They let you, it's one of those things where, they try to get you to spend extra coins for more lives or whatever. But yeah, we'll get the monitor figured out. We'll pop that in here. We'll redo the control panel. Might have to repair the buttonholes, but I've done that before. And somebody, I think Takeman was reproducing the control panels at some point. No big deal there, no problem. I'm really excited, guys. This is going to be an awesome project. It's not the highest priority right now in my queue. I am trying to get the wide body Mario Brothers done. I've actually been working on the Jungle King, if you remember that one. But really, really excited to get to this at some point. So if you don't want to miss a single episode, make sure you're subscribed. Do everything the YouTube algorithm wants you to do. Like, share, comment, hype, all of the things. And if you want to support the channel, the best way to do it, guys, is to become an Overtime Arcade channel member. Yes, for just $1.99 a month. Might be higher in foreign countries, elsewhere, but in the US, $1.99 a month. And in exchange, you get access to a bunch of awesome perks in addition to supporting your favorite arcade repair and restoration channel on YouTube, which is, of course, Overtime Arcade. You also get early access to all new videos, sometimes 24 hours early, sometimes a week early, sometimes 6 hours early if I'm running way behind. You get a monthly members-only live stream, which is a really fun, interactive hangout. It's more of a hangout style than like me streaming games or anything like that. It's interactive. You guys are talking in the Discord. And also, like I just mentioned, you get access to our private members-only Discord, which I know I've said this a million times. I am so proud of the community we've built there of like-minded arcade enthusiasts. Everyone is well-behaved and friendly, for the most part. But it's awesome. It's welcoming to beginners. We've got a lot of pros in there too, guys that know a lot more about these games than I do. We're all learning together. We're all enjoying this hobby together. And yeah, really, really appreciate all the contributions of all the channel members here. Click that join button down below if you want to learn more about what it means to become an Overtime Arcade channel member. And again, thank you to the 120 plus now, it's awesome guys, that are supporting this channel every single month. All right guys, that'll do it here. As always, I've been Charlie, you've been watching Overtime Arcade. God bless you all, and we'll see you next time.
Overtime!